Ah, well, this is a free dinner with my hot chocolate. Gotta walk, I don't know, I've not walked that far, but the big mountains. I've probably done about 8 miles or something. A lot of up and down, so I think I've deserved my scone. Fantastic view behind of Coniston Old Mum and down to Coniston Lake, and I'm just below the cloud level. Can see out to Blackpool Tower, out across Morecambe Bay. It's a fantastic view. And over that way is Starfell Pike and Crinkle Crags and all them mountains. Look absolutely fantastic, but the cloud's been on them all day. Lucky really it's not been on these. It was this morning, but by dinner time it blew off. So it's probably getting on for 8 o'clock now. I can have this hot chocolate and then probably show you on the map the route I took. So I started out here in Torva and Helen dropped me off here, and I walked up this beautiful track, and what was a track to the quarries, lots of quarries here, and eventually I came on to Walnaskar Road. And fantastic views here, the mountains, on up into these valleys. Oh, incredible views. And of the old man. I went round Walnascar Road and then turned back on myself up Brown Pike. Quite a steep climb there. And then from Brown Pike onto Buck Pike, Dow Crag, following the ridge round, and cutting the corner off and up to Coniston Old Man. I didn't stay there long because there was just dozens and dozens of people there. But it was fantastic to see so many people coming up to, you know, enjoy the views and get some exercise, because it's not easy. I mean, I was worried about coming up here myself, and yet I think there was a lot of people that looked less capable than I probably am, and they just did so well. So Coniston Old Man, and then all the way down this ridge, dropping down. I can hardly read it actually, I'm too far away. And then I cut, instead of going up to Swirl How, I cut the corner off and went up to Grey Friar. Nice chat from a guy there. That was about 5 o'clock and he'd just set out, come up from the valley down here and was going to go the opposite way to what I was doing. But he was a lot younger than me. And then dropped back down. I was looking for a few places to camp here. There was some, but it was just after 5, so a bit early. Up to Great Cars. And then come round to Swirl How and then down Prison Band. And it was down here that I thought I seemed familiar, that I'd been before, but I can't remember. I didn't think I ever had, but a lot of places are similar, aren't they? So then looked for a few places to camp at the bottom there, but then made my way around the edge with views down this way, north, into the Rhinos Valley. Great views of Scarfell and Scarfell Pike over that way, and Crinkle Crags. And then I'm just camped now, just below Black Sail. There, probably about here somewhere, overlooking this valley down here and overlooking the lake. So tomorrow I'm going to go from Black Sail up to Wetherlam, and then just this easy path all the way down into Coniston, where I shall have a couple of pints of beer in one of those great pubs, and Helen can come and pick me up. And then tomorrow, the day after that, Monday, back home, back to work on Tuesday. So fantastic walk, and I'm glad, again, I'm glad I made the effort. I didn't think I could manage it really, but I've done pretty well actually, and I do really enjoy it. I like the camping, I like getting set up at night, and I like exerting myself as well. I like climbing the hills, you know, I like putting in the effort and working hard, get them muscles going. It's really good. I'd like to do a bit more of it, but I am doing more of it. I'm quite pleased with what I'm achieving. So, build myself up and do something big when I retire. Land's End to John O'Groats or something. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'm supposed to look at that bit, aren't I, there? Keep forgetting. Anyway, gonna have some dinner now. Can't even remember what I've got. A pasta, some sort of fire pot pasta. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy it. But before I do that, I'm going to put my boots back on and go and see if I can find some water. Blimey. I was beginning to think I was getting lost then, looking for the tent and the mist coming. I must have walked for about 20 minutes to find some running water. I managed to find some though, so all's good. That's good. That's the summit of Old Man Coniston there, and down there is an amazingly clear view of Coniston Water with Morecambe Bay beyond. ~8. Nice lazy morning this morning. Not surprisingly, because I got up at 4:10, hoping to catch a sunrise, but it was really cloudy. And then I tried to take some time-lapse video, but not got the hang of the camera, and I'm not sure it came out very well. I'll have to work out how to do that better. Anyway, enjoyed some initially when I got up, hot chocolate and a couple of biscuits, and then I went back to bed, and then the sun was beating down on the tent, and that's what wakes you up. You know, you remember those feelings of suddenly you're in the tent and it's like, it's too hot, I've got to get out of my sleeping bag, get me out, but you can't undo the zip and you're stuck in there. Anyway, so then just had some noodles for my breakfast, and with plenty of water in, so that was good. And packing away, and then take a nice slow steady walk down into well, after I've been at Wetherlam, slow steady walk down into Coniston, where hopefully the pubs will be open by about 11. And I might get, as it's really the last day of my holiday, I've just remembered as well, it's my birthday. I'm 62. So that's something to celebrate. So a couple of pints of beer, get Helen to pick me up, and I might even have a few more pints, we'll see, as it's my birthday. Oh, starting to get a bit warm. I think I'll take my down coat off, which is the lining out of my motorcycle jacket. It's a bit lighter than my Rab one. That's more for the cooler weather. That's just good enough for keeping the chill off. That's handy with this tent. I like being able to hang my rucksack on top of the little snowshoe thing on the end of your walking pole. Keeps it off the ground. And well, that's it. Goodbye for another camp. Oh, I do pick the good weather. I don't want to go camping when it's windy and raining. Yeah, I got these, there's 6-inch Easterns that this tent came with. Then I bought some 9-inch Easterns as well. I've tried a couple of different types of pegs, but I like these 9-inch Easterns. And I think some people have had a problem. Well, I know Julie from Northampton's had a problem with the end of her tent not spraying out properly on these carbon posts. But I think what you've got to do is you pull them apart, and then you've really got, after you've pegged it out, because you have to peg it out quite tautly, you really have to pull down on this top cincher and pull it really tight, and that digs the carbon poles into the ground and beds them quite nicely. I haven't had a problem with them moving, but then again I haven't really camped in windy weather, so I did initially have a problem with the pegs not holding, but that was in really dry, loose, peaty ground up in the Peak District. So I did have to put some rocks on. I don't think there was much you could have done about that because there wasn't anywhere to camp, and my only option was on this ledge, which was a bit dry, and none of the pegs were holding in very well, but again it was a lovely calm night, so it didn't really matter. If it had been any worse, I wouldn't have been camping there in the first place. Anyway, happy birthday to me. Squash, tomatoes and peas. Oh, what a view. Been a good view of the Fell range this morning. It's cloudy yesterday, but that is. I've done 2 other walks on this holiday, stopping in a holiday cottage in Bouth, 2 Rose Cottage. It's really nice, bit overlooked by the owners, but really nice. And I walked up onto that fell down there, you can see, overlooking Coniston, which I did really enjoy. It's a really rough terrain, really lumpy, not a very popular location for a walk. Lots of birds, lots of wildlife, really enjoyed it. Seen a buzzard really close up. And the next walk I did, both of them were about 11 miles. I walked from the holiday cottage all the way to Beatrix Potter's house and met Helen there. And that was pretty much some moorland walking to start with, but then up through these woods, up and down valleys, quite a difficult walk on little used path through woodland, mixed woodland. I really did enjoy that walk. I think on that walk, when I came out the holiday cottage, it was about 100 yards up the road from the holiday cottage, there was 3 deer. It's a really minor road. There were 3 deer in the middle of the road, and that was only like 8:15 in the morning. And then I seen about 6 other deer in the woodland, and each time they sort of moved off a little bit and then stood staring at me, really, for as long as I stood staring at them. And they all had beautiful red coats on. And one day near the end of the walk, that must have got a bit upset. I was stood there looking at it for ages and looking at it, and then it started barking at me. And eventually it ran off, and I could, as I descended through the woodland, I could hear it barking in the woods. Anyway, you can see Blackpool Tower from here, over there. I don't know what that big square block is. I think it must be a power station, I'm not sure, on the coastline over there. Anyway, those clouds look fantastic, whether you can see them or not. Anyway, let's get this tent packed up. Come on. Standing here waffling bollocks all morning. Well, that's another good camp to look back on and remember, especially as it was my birthday. Quite a nice pitch as well, really. Not too bad. I've been looking at other boots. I did try on some of those German ones. Can't remember what they're called now. I thought they might be a little bit too wide in the foot for me, and I was a bit worried about the memory foam that they're lined with getting too hot. As these scarpers, the lining's quite good for keeping you cool. And I do like a nice strong pair of boots when you're hiking in terrain like this. Yeah, that's it. What time is it now? 10 to 9. Right then. Let's see if we get my pack. Oh, my pack's a lot lighter. I was carrying about 3 litres of water yesterday afternoon. Quite a bit of food, which I've eaten. Except I've got one sandwich left. And a packet of crisps. I'll probably have them in a minute. Gonna get round the corner. Right, and thank you very much, and we'll catch you all on the hill. Here we are on top of Wetherlam, and I'm not sure whether to knock this pile of stones down or add one to it. Which should I do? Do you remember seeing Cameron McNeish years ago walking up that hill saying how much he hated all these proliferation of little cairns and stuff, and he kicked hell into one, didn't he? Do you remember that? Well, I don't think I'll do that. I'll add a stone to the top without knocking it over. There's a weeny one on the very top. I don't think I can do it. I might have... Oh! Yes! I've achieved it! I've got one on the top of Wetherlam.